Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Manifest your true intentions. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will be manifested through what you say each and every day. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 231, NASDAQ off 62, S&P's off 20, gold contract. Where is she? Up 220, trading at 1,372 an ounce. Silver down 14 cents at $21.21 an ounce. Platinum flat at 1,476 an ounce. Copper down 3.5 pennies at $2.99 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $98.26 a barrel. Bonds, you have the 10-year big move up 19 ticks at 124.21. That baby's making its move to 131. The 30-year up a point and 7 ticks at 133.12. That baby's making a move up into the 141 area. King dollar. King dollar had quite a move out here, folks. They couldn't smoke it. We tried to smoke it, got to pass the swing point prior to our open in the United States this morning. It rejected those levels, came all the way back, only closed flat. But when we go through that, you're going to see that it rejected the lower price, had lighter volume, got back inside the range. King dollar's at 79.61, and that wants to go to the 81.50 mark. Euro down 39 ticks at 138.64. The yen off a penny at 101.65. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. And this is a classic, no doubt, folks. So, you know, when we go through this, what you have here is this. You have on the 4th of March, S&P goes from 1849 up to 1876, takes out the whole trading area that we had traded from December 24th going all the way over to January 23rd. That's when the S&P had gone from 1842 down to 1737, big move down. Came down with volume, went back up with lighter volume, got over the highs with lighter volume, and then as we got into the highs, March 6th you got to 1881. The 7th was 1883.57. So at that point there, what do we end up doing? Well, you came off those highs, which, let's see, on Tuesday. Tuesday, you're trying to get up to the high, just missed it. We went to 1882.35. That high there was 1883.57. Bottom line, you come down with some volume, right? Yesterday, what happens? No volume and expansion on the way down. Guess what? Going to test those highs again. Sure enough, this morning at the open, cash S&P gets to 1874.40. We closed today at 1846.16. It came off that with a vengeance. Now, what it also did is what? Is it got back inside the lower range. We closed at 1846.20. Anything inside the 1850, guess what? Now you're going to be moving down to the 1737.92. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. What we had with the Dow is this. She came down hard, 231, had the juice behind the move, and the Dow right now never made the highs, number one. The high in the Dow would have been in 2013, December 31st to be exact. That was 16,588. The counter trend bounce got it up to 16,505. You come off that level, Dow's making its way down to the February 5th. February 5th, folks, is the benchmark right across all the markets. NASDAQ Composite. We have what the composite is this. Composite. Come on, baby. Okay, so composite comes down $62. Now, the composite is not inside the lower range yet. The composite still has quite a way to actually get inside the lower range. The lower range in the composite, conservatively, is the 41.79 area. So you're talking about another $90 down to get back inside the lower range. It certainly came down with some juice. We did $2.4 billion. We go look at the SPY, what you have with the SPY. SPY did 147 million shares out here on the way down. So you had the expansion of volume, all the above. SPY's back inside the lower range. We go look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100, and what we have with the NDX 100, that is not inside the lower range yet. Conservatively, to be inside that lower range, it would be 87.59. You did have a monster expansion of volume. We did 47 million shares. That's after making highs of 24 million. The Qs are basically also on their way back down to this level of the February 5th area. Gold contract. We go take a look at gold. What we have with gold is this. Now, what you had yesterday, GCJ. Gold had got to higher highs yesterday, had juice behind the move. Right now, it's 1372. Bottom line, we bring this back a little. What you're going to see, there's divergence inside this market. This is what you have. We're still coming into that downdraft from April 15th, folks. Okay, there's between gold going into that downdraft. You got to remember something. The downdraft is $150. Went from 1,500 to 1,350. Monster volume. I suspect the same thing. Gold's going to back off. The equities certainly not follow it. Silver is lagging in an incredible way. Silver, what has happened is that it, let me just, SIK. So what silver has done is that silver hasn't even got to the highs of 2 weeks ago. The high of 2 weeks ago is $22.21. And right now, the way what silver did today actually is that silver got over yesterday's high, closed underneath it, and that's saying that silver is going to make another run down at 20.48. And what that's going to be all about, folks, is King Dollar. Next I'm going to do bonds, though, but we'll go back to King Dollar and you'll see what's happening with King Dollar. We take a look at the bond market. The 10-year bond out here had big juice behind it. We did wide price spread. We did accelerated volume. We're at 124.21, and this is going to be a monster ABC up, folks. Your B point on this is the 125.06. This is that 10 years on its way up to that 131 area. The yield right now on the 10-year is 2.6. We look at the 30-year. What you have with the 30-year bond is this. 30-year bond, you talk about wide price spread. She was up 1 point and 1 full point 7 ticks. She did 472,000 contracts. That's a big number, folks. And the way the 30-year is set up, she wants to run up into this 141 area. It's going to be, it's a big move. Money was moving into bonds very quickly. Now, let's go to King Dollar, because King Dollar is the number, and this is a trip just to watching how this shakes out. So this morning, prior to our equity open, folks, okay, what you had is this. King Dollar, okay, at, 0530. I was watching this real closely this morning. So what I always love to see is this. See, if you get a lower price when the markets really are not as liquid as they would be, that gives you an opportunity to basically have a failure. And so what you had is this. King Dollar had got down to the 79.27 level, which broke the swing point that it was going into. The swing point that it was coming into is 79.35. It came off of that, and then it comes back and tries to test that. I think it was 0830. Yeah, 0820. So it comes back at 0820. Now, 0820, folks, is when the gold market opens. That's when the futures really start getting active. Well, at 0820, guess what? It started moving up. By the time, it took about 2 or 3 hours, and then boom. This thing at 140 goes topside with wide price spread. And what's very hard to do is this, and this is what it did. It actually had the move, had lighter volume, and rejected the price. And the reason I say that is because it had such a wide price spread out here today. Many times when you have a wide price spread, what will end up happening is that volume will come back, it will come into it. And if that happens, then you'd have a lower low with volume. Bottom line, we have a rejection of price, have lighter volume. You finished at the top of the range. Now we'll see how it can operate tomorrow and the next day, meaning will it get an acceleration of price and volume going topside. 877-927-6648. We go over and we take a look at some of the high volume stocks out here. What you have is that you had, let's see, Facebook was down a couple bucks. And if you did come to the Out of Time in the Trade charts with Dave White and myself the other night, folks, you're going to see how many of these equities that Dave and I were showing not only hit, they hit in an extraordinary way. We're going to be coming right back, folks.